Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Preparing for the Virtual Internship and Co-op Fair. Today we'll be reviewing everything you need to know about our virtual fair, including how to prepare and the resources that will guide you. My name is Clarice Pennick. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm a career intern at the UConn Center for Career Development, and I'll be walking you through the webinar today. Now, before we get started, I'd like to go over a few items so you know how to participate in today's webinar. You should see your attendee interface on your computer desktop in the upper right corner. You're listening in using your computer's speaker system by default. If you would prefer to join over the phone, just select telephone in the audio pane and the dial-in information will be displayed. You will have the opportunity to submit text questions by typing your questions into the questions pane of the control panel. You may send in your questions at any time during the presentation. These will be addressed during the question and answer session at the end of the presentation. Once you leave today's webinar, you will be directed to an evaluation for the presentation, and we would appreciate if you could complete that and provide your feedback. Note that today's presentation is being recorded and will be emailed to all webinar registrants within 24 hours. This year, our virtual internship and co-op fair will be happening on Handshake, and all employers can host sessions with students individually or in a group. In group sessions, up to 50 students can join a single one and can engage with employers in a larger virtual setting. Our one-on-one sessions are individual 10-minute conversations with a representative of the company, likely more similar to walk-up conversations you may have at an in-person fair. Each employer can have up to 15 representatives attend. For each of these sessions, you do not need to use video, but audio is required. Also, the technology will likely work better and with less potential issues if you use a laptop or desktop computer instead of your mobile phone. Approach this virtual fair as you would an in-person fair. You still need to prepare a resume, an elevator pitch, and do an adequate amount of research. Internship, Research, and Co-op Month kicks off on Monday, February 1st and runs through the entire month of February. Our office has dozens of events to support you through your application process for roles you may find independently, with help from our office, or at the fair, which is taking place on Tuesday, February 2nd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now I'm going to walk you through how to register for the fair. Please note that in order to sign up for sessions with employers, you must have a public profile on Handshake and you must be registered for the fair. To find the fair, navigate to the events page via the top menu bar and select Career Fairs. The first event that should pop up is the UConn Internship and Co-op Fair 2021, with the date being Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021. If this does not pop up, however, you can always search for it via the search bar here. If you'd like to get more information about a fair and to register, click on the name of the fair, and in this top right-hand corner, you can click Register. This is the message you'll receive, and you can view employer sessions from here. This will allow you more information and to see all of the employers that are attending. If you'd like to just save that for later, you can click this bookmark button here, and that will allow you to return to it later. Now, to walk you through how to show your profile to all employers, we're going to go to Your Profile here. The goal is to get your profile to 100% completion. This is the marker that will show you that. And these are the things that you know that you need to add in order to get to 100%. If you'd like to make your profile public to all, go to Settings and Privacy. Here you'll show all of this information. You can choose whether to include your pronouns, etc. And here under Privacy is where you will be able to choose either Community, where you can make your profile visible to employers, students, and alumni across all Handshake colleges and universities. You can choose Just Employers, which will function for the sake of the fair as well. And Private is the setting that you want to avoid if you want to be able to engage with employers fully, that Handshake allows you to. Completing your profile on Handshake is one of the keys to making sure that you have a successful internship and co-op fair experience, especially in this virtual environment. First thing you want to do is make sure that you fill out your education section. Now to do this, you click the pencil next to your name and make sure you have your major filled out, as well as those start and end dates included. For each of your work experiences, make sure each has a job title, the name of the employer, the time period that you were there, and the location. Similarly, for your organization and extracurricular activities that you're involved in, make sure all of those are complete, all details are included as well. Now, one of the benefits of Handshake is you can also include those skills that you want to include, documents that you'd like to showcase to employers, any relevant coursework, projects, etc. And you can include your resume. Make sure to upload that into your profile as well. If you'd like to personalize your profile a little bit more, you can include a profile picture as well, but the goal is to get to 100%. Before you actually attend the fair, there are a couple of things that you should do. Firstly, you should polish your resume. We recommend that you make an appointment online at the Center for Career Development for a one-on-one virtual resume critique. Making sure that it's customized for the field or industry that you're looking to go into is crucial. Your resume should convey the unique qualifications and skills that you can bring to that specific employer. When applying to internships, research opportunities, and co-ops especially, it's also important to include your on-campus and virtual extracurriculars to contextualize your resume a bit more and showcase your involvement and leadership experience. We recommend you do this sooner rather than later, as you want to be prepared well in advance with a proper document. Now, the most important thing to do before the fair is research. Familiarize yourself with the employers that will be attending the fair and create a list of those that you would like to virtually meet. For our complete list of employers, you can download our career fair app, Handshake, or go to the website at yukon.joinhandshake.com. This list is already uploaded and you can start looking into the employers attending now. Now, using this information, you can visit employers' websites and research what they do, their mission, and available positions. You can even visit LinkedIn profiles of employees at companies of interest to gather as much information as possible. Now, based on this, sit down and come up with at least 3 questions to ask employers. This will show them that you're genuinely interested in each company and getting to know more about them. For those who haven't attended a fair before or haven't attended a virtual fair before, here are some general tips to prepare you. There will be last-minute day of slots available for you to sign up and chat with employers. However, as mentioned before, slots are available on a first-come, first-served basis, so try to sign up as early as possible. When you're scheduling, also try not to make your conversations back-to-back. Give yourself some time in between each, especially in case one runs over. We also recommend getting yourself warmed up. So don't start with your number one employer. Let yourself get used to the process. One of the last steps in preparing for the fair is to create an elevator pitch. You may or may not have heard this phrase before, but an elevator pitch is simply a brief bio used to introduce yourself to other professionals, and you should only use about 15 to 30 seconds to introduce yourself, your major, and year. Now, first impressions are crucial, so it will be helpful if you plan your introduction ahead of time. Make sure to be friendly and have what you're going to say ready. Be sure to describe your interest in the company, as well as any relevant experience you may have, being as specific as possible. It is even more important in this virtual environment than usual to offer your contact information and ask them for theirs as well. Employers and representatives won't be able to hand you their business cards as per usual. Also, thank them for their time and consideration. A great way to prepare for this part of your meetings with employer representatives is to schedule a career coaching appointment, also via Handshake. This way you can get feedback and practice before the fair. If you're wondering what to wear, the gold standard is to dress for success. Think about what you would wear to an interview. Having a professional business outfit is important for this event. A full suit, pantsuit, or skirt suit is recommended. If you have nice dress pants and a button-down shirt or blouse, this works well too. Now, this all being said, virtual meetings such as these require only what is seen on camera to consist of professional attire. Regardless, hold on to this idea and use it to guide your decisions at interviews and other events in the future. After you've signed off from the fair, remember to send thank you notes to each employer you met with. This is the step most students forget or leave out. Your thank you note can mention aspects of the position you found to be interesting, parts of your conversation with the employer representative that you enjoyed, and anything else about the role that you would like to mention. You can do this via email or even through LinkedIn, but make sure to send them within 24 to 48 hours. About 2 weeks after the fair, you can follow up with organizations that you are still interested in or where you have applied to roles. You can do this by contacting the recruiter and expressing your continued interest or asking questions about the application process. Some things to keep in mind heading into this fair. Firstly, other than the use of technology, this fair is just like any other. The level of preparation should be the same as if you were preparing for an in-person fair, and the employers will expect that as well. Secondly, this format is new to everyone, including employers. We're all adjusting, so do not worry if there are issues such as technical difficulties or anything else. Employers will be understanding. Additionally, do not be discouraged if you don't hear back from employers right away after requesting conversations. They can be overwhelmed, they can be dealing with responding to lots of applicants, so hang tight and follow up with employers following your meetings. Here are some additional resources that you'll have available to you following this webinar. After the end of this webinar, you will be emailed a recording of the webinar to refer back to in order to prepare for the fair. We also have a blog on our website entitled 10 Virtual Career Fair Tips You Need to Know, which will walk you through preparation for participating in a virtual fair, which will also help you with this fair and others hosted by our office in the future as well. Our Career on Demand video resources are also great to refer to for any questions regarding your resume, interview preparation, and more. And last but not least, our website for Internship, Research, and Co-op Month is linked on this slide, which you can also find by navigating to our website and clicking on the thumbnail for Internship, Research, and Co-op Month. That wraps up all of my content on the virtual internship and co-op fair. Thank you all so much. Now we're going to move into the question and answer session. As a reminder, you can still submit questions through the questions pane in your attendee control panel.